Alright, here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, we will be taking a look at the Joyetech eGrip. I'm proud to say that I bought this at my local vape shop, a brick and mortar store. Remember those? I don't always buy from online vendors. I preach this again and again and again. You got to still visit those local vape shops, support your local business so they're around when you need batteries really quick, or you need juice, or need a mod real quick, such as this one. It's very important that you do that and support them, even though you may be able to find prices cheaper online or from China. Vapor 99 is the local vape shop where I bought this. Great place. I love the location because it's by my favorite place to eat, which is Golden Corral. And there's a liquor store there too, but it's perfectly located, close to where I work, and there's such great people there. I could spend hours there easily talking to the folks there, the people that work there, the people that visit there, and I learn so much every time I go there. I went ahead and put the link down there to Vapor 99's website. They're not quite up and running yet, but eventually they will, so at some point in time, if someone goes to this video, you can click on there and actually find things being sold. But they're still working on their two stores, so they haven't had a lot of time to tweak their website. So in the meantime, I also have the first link right below is for Fast Tech, which is the cheapest place I found when I did a quick search. You can get this for $44.79 right now. Of course, when you order from Fast Tech, you're going to wait a while for them to ship it, and it's probably going to take 3 weeks to maybe as much as 2 months to get to you. So with Fast Tech, there's a little philosophy mind trick you have to play on yourself, and that is order it and then forget about it. And then fast forward, a month or two, and then you receive a gift in the mail from your past, whoever you were past 2 months ago, sent you a gift to you in the future, and you go, oh, cool, I got it. And you would have got it from a good price, but again, you have to exercise some patience. So the eGrip, let's go ahead and take a look. We'll be looking close here in a second. I just want to pull it out of the box and look how tiny, look how small. I love this. Chris at Vapor 99 had highly recommended this to me. He said that he I can't remember, I think he said he went to a some sort of ball game or something, and said that this is what he uses, and that's the purpose, what I believe to be the primary purpose of this particular advanced personal vaporizer, APV or mod or whatever else you'd like to call it today or tomorrow or whatever. Its purpose is to stealth vape, or to vape around people that might be a little scared of your big cloud chasing monster god mod, because when you pull that thing out around people who do not vape, you're going to sort of attract attention, and you might not want to do that. I mean, in some cases you might be looking for attention because that's your thing, but in a lot of environments out there, this is probably more appropriate. Do the vaping community a little good, and don't give us a bad name, so don't sort of be overbearing with your obsession. If possible, you want to ease the world into it, the rest of the world into what is our obsession. So let's see what we get in the box. I went ahead and stuck this back in here so you can sort of experience the opening of the device. So you get your mod. I already charged the battery up, but it came mostly charged. Get a warranty card, manual. We have a 1 amp power adapter. We'll go ahead and see what that looks like right there. There we go. 1 amp. Would have been nice if it were 2 amp, because then you could probably use it for your cell phone or whatever. You got a little device here that you would use. This is actually a multi-function tool. We'll go ahead and talk about it real quick. To remove the Atomizer Base, to get to it, you can use a coin in that slot there on the bottom, or you could use this tool. Just stick that in there. And then on the other side there's a little teeny screwdriver right there, and you could use that to adjust your airflow. There's a little screw right there, and what that'll do is that'll cut air or open air or close it off from going in and out of that little hole right there on the base. So there's that tool. I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. They give you an extra atomizer. I believe they're both 1.5 ohm. I know the one that's inside the mod was 1.5. I don't want to open this up right now. I can see there's some extra O-rings down in here. And they give you an extra little juice gasket, and we'll take a look at that here shortly. And they also give you a USB cable. I'll go ahead and set all these things aside. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the device itself. It has a built-in non-removable 1500 milliamp hour battery. It has a juice capacity of 3.6 milliliters. Now right here, this is not a display, this is just a clear piece of glass, and you can see your juice level inside the device. So your juice, your atomizer, everything is sort of encapsulated into this one single handy device. Really, really nice. You have a removable 510 style drip tip right there. You could go ahead and put your own drip tip in there. This one is pretty nice. Actually, this actually has a pretty heavy weight to it, a lot of heft. Someone who is skilled with the martial arts could probably use this to kill somebody. Look at the size of this O-ring on here. Very impressive O-ring right there. Alright, and what else do we have? We have a ring right here with a button. That's your fire button right there. And here is a ring that you could adjust your wattage. So this is not a variable voltage, it's a variable wattage device. And you choose whatever wattage based on what you line up with that dot when you turn this ring. Now the ring, I'm going to go ahead and let you take a close look at that. This device goes from 8 watts to 20 watts, and they show you where 8 watts is, and they show you where 20 watts is, and then they have dots. Dots. So if you were to do the math and start at 8 watts, which is this teeny little dot here that I have lined up with the bottom, and if you were to, use math to figure out what brings you to 20 and then sort of break down where those dots would be. Starting from the beginning, the smallest dot would be 8 watts, then the next one would be 9.5, then 11, then 12.5, then 14, then 15.5, then 17, then 18.5, and then 20 watts. So that's what those dots are. This is all in the description box below. All my show notes and everything I'm talking about are down there, so you can refer to that if you want to figure out what these dots are. I already pointed out that airflow, air comes into this device through that hole on the bottom, and it can be adjusted with that teeny little screw. And again, I'll let you take a close look at that. And inside, this is the atomizer. We'll take that out here shortly. To fill up your juice, you open up this door. You just sort of pull this like that. You just put a little spring-loaded latch there. You push that, and then you can swing open the door. And you notice there's a little silicone gasket right there, and they give you an extra one. And this can be pulled off, and it can be lost. So I'm glad they gave us an extra one. And what we have here is a fill hole, and the other hole is probably like an air outlet, so when you're pouring juice in, air can escape while you're filling the tank, or you would have a problem filling it. So you probably put the juice into that bigger hole, not very big, and when you close it, this silicone gasket will cover both those holes. It'll apply pressure there and latch shut, and it should not leak out of there. We'll make sure that it doesn't leak. Now we'll go ahead and open this up. I'm going to use a nickel, and we'll take a look-see in here, and I think I'm going to fill it up from the bottom also while we have this out, because you could go ahead and fill it up from the bottom also. So we'll just go ahead and unscrew this until you feel there, and then we'll just pull that out. This is a little awkward. I'm not a big fan of the way they did this, and I'm going to talk about that in the cons and my solution for their version 2 when it comes out. So there you go, that's what it looks like inside. And it's just, you can see the little stem in there, which would be the, where the air is getting sucked into. So you could sort of fill this just like you would a normal tank. Just pour it in, sort of let it flow down the edge and fill it up, and do it from here. Now here's your base, and then you have your atomizer on top, and you can unscrew your atomizer head just like that. That's what it looks like. And you can screw, there's the base. Pretty nice. And we'll just go ahead and screw that back in there. Whoops. Screw. There we go. Oh no, did I screw this correctly? Let's see. There we go. It's always good to turn it the opposite way a little bit just to make sure you don't cross thread. Now while I have this out, I want to talk about an accessory. You can get one of these guys. This is a eGrip RBA base, and if you don't want to use the pre-made atomizer heads that they sell, you can buy one of these guys for about $9. This is what you would get. Looks like they give you some organic cotton, some coils that are pre-wicked in there, and I think it comes with 1.2 ohm coils, but I'm not absolutely positive on that. And what else do we get? We get some instructions, and you get some extra wire in there, a screwdriver, and a head. So this is so you could build your own. Whoops, and I already lost it. It looks like they got an extra screw in there too. Alright, so they give you an, oh, there's another screw. You know what those screws are? Those are for screws for the posts. Extra posts. And they also give you an extra O-ring. I'm going to lose all this stuff. Alright, so what you could do, right there, they already put a coil, and they already pre-wired it up real good, pre-wicked it up. So you can build your own. Let's go ahead and screw that on there, but I don't want to make this video into a build video. I want to keep this relatively short and focused on the eGrip. So, and I think there are some other videos where people do the builds with these, so I'd recommend you search YouTube and you'll find it. One difference here with airflow, on the bottom you can see there's an air hole. So if you were to install this into here, the airflow would come right through your rebuildable atomizer right there instead of the little side hole. So you get extra airflow as well as the ability to build a lower resistance coil. Now, there is a downside to this. How do you ohm it out? This device does not give you the ability to measure ohms. It has no display. So what do you do when you're building a coil? How do you know it's right? Well, you could buy a device. This is bad. I'm trying to find my mouse now. Let's see, and where is the device? Here we go. By the way, this rebuildable head, $9. You can find it online. Just do a search. Now, here's a device that I had bought. I got it from Sweet Vapes. Sweet Vapes had them in stock. Not too many places had it. This is a adapter, an adapter for this rebuildable atomizer. And what you do is once you wire it all up, you can let me figure this out. I've never had this out, so I'm not sure how it works. It looks like you... How does this work? I will figure this out. Is that how that works? I think this is how it works. I could be wrong, and then it's going to be embarrassing. There we go. So what this device does, let me show you how I put that in there. I think I might have been off camera. So the device comes like that. You unscrew the top, and then you put this through the top like that. Whoops. And then you close it in there like this. And then you have a 510 tip here. Let me grab my meter really quick, which is around here, and we'll actually see how it works. Alright, I have a meter right here. So let's see what they actually built the coil on this RBA out of the box. There we go. So it's a 1.3 ohm that they built for us right out of the box. So that's a pretty neat device. It'll help you along. So I recommend if you do get the rebuildable atomizer for your eGrip that you also find this device. I went ahead and put the price in the description box below. I listed it as $3.95 and that you could get it at Sweet Vapes. Let me go ahead and set all that aside. So let's go ahead and juice this baby up. And I think what I'm going to put in my little APV today is peach. You know why? Because it's springtime and I want things to be peachy. I love it when people say, that's just peachy. There's a gentleman at work who says it all the time. You know, if I were to have a shot every time he said that during the day, I probably would go through a fifth of whatever I'm drinking. It's just peachy. Again, 3.6 liters is what I said. Now I can't remember. Why did I have to bring it up? Because now I gotta try to remember. Yeah, 3.6 milliliters is what this holds. Ooh, I could smell that peach. By the way, this peach came from Bayside Vapors. It's another local vapor shop. And their juices are incredible. All natural, delicious juices. You can see right there where I am on the juice right there, I think. Can you see that? Don't want to go over that air stem right there. So I'll try to be good. Alright, I'm going to play it safe, and that's all I'm going to go today. Alright, so go ahead and close this up. I think this is going to be my preferred method of filling. I think the other thing over there is sort of if you want to refill on the go for convenience. Personally, I could do without it. I'll tell you, I do not like the way this head goes in here. At all. See that? I think it's cross-threaded. So I'm going to have to work on this and waste everybody's time. I'm going to make a recommendation here when we get to the cons on there. There we go. I just heard the threads go correctly. You know, this issue is me, by the way, not the device, but the device can be engineered better. Alright. So there we go. We should be all ready to go. I should have pre-wet the head, but I'm going to let this sit for a bit, and I'm going to meet you back topside and we'll try this out. So not very much to this device at all. To start it up, you can see it comes turned off, so you got to hit it 5 times, and you can see the light turns on right there. The the indicator light on the bottom, and when you press it, you can hear the ocean. So I'm going to leave this on 8 watts, which is the lowest setting, the smallest dot, and just sort of see how it vapes. Look at that, just tiny. Very, very nice. I'm vaping this like a normal person, by the way, not like a cloud chasing maniac. No offense, I am a cloud chasing maniac, or I hope to be one day. But pretty good. What do I have this here? Alright, so now let's go ahead and crank this up. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this knob up. And where are we? So 8, so 9.5, and then 11, 12.5. Yeah, we'll try 12.5, just somewhere on the middle, and we'll see how that goes right there. Here, I'll go a little. I'll do a little bit slower so you can sort of just see, if I try to make a big cloud, what that looks like. I might need to let this sit a little bit. I was right there at the end. I was starting to get a little bit of a dry puff there. I'll let that sit a little bit. And let's go over the pros and cons of this device. Pros: very, very small. It vapes very well. I'm very happy with that. Just don't overdrive it, I think. Plus, I didn't let that guy fill up. But I mean, there's no leakage or anything. It's kind of neat. You have that air hole, so if you like to breathe down there a little bit, be careful. If you have big hands, your fingers might cover that hole like that. Also keep in mind, and I saw this on somebody else's video, if you have the RBA, the rebuildable guy in here, and you have that hole right there, that's right under your atomizer. So if you blow, you are going to blow very hot vapor possibly on your hand. So just a little note, a little word of warning when you're using that. With this, it doesn't feel hot when you're blowing out as far as the hole's concerned, but try to keep in mind not to block it. Okay, also the build quality. This thing, it's not lightweight. It's small, but it's not lightweight. It has heft to it, and it feels like it's built very, very well. I think the only criticism I have is sort of the knob is the only thing that just feels slightly cheesy. They could have done a little better, or even get rid of that knob. Let's talk about cons real quick. I personally don't like the knob. I don't like the dots. I don't like they didn't put the wattages, the in-between wattages in there. I think that they could have put up and down buttons. How about that? Up and down buttons. But then you're like, Fred, how am I going to know what voltage or wattage you have? That's my next con. Put a screen on it. I want to see what's going on. You know, this thing will blink certain ways. I can't remember, and I apologize. But it will give you certain indicators that the battery's getting low. It'll start doing some weird blinking thing. Read the instructions, damn it. But I would rather have a display that displays what your current wattage setting is, what your battery condition is. Right there. Buttons in a display. That's what I'd like to see. The last thing I don't like about this is right down here, this thing that they call a unscrew base thing, whatever they call it, to get the atomizer out and to refill your juice if you don't want to refill it in a convenient place they give you. What I think they could do for version 2 is have a knurled knob, and what they could do is you could have like cutouts right here and have the knob and the base, so you could just screw it out and screw it in with normal fingers with no tools, maybe, and then And then because that's so convenient now, you can get rid of all this crap to refill it, because now you have a convenient place to just unscrew it, fill it, close it up, and then you don't have to worry about, you know, all the mechanics and extra parts to do all this stuff. Just saying. Just saying. But still, I mean, for the price, Fastech, you know, $45, this definitely fills in a need in the market. It's smaller. You know what? I should have, and it's right there. And again, I got to leave the camera and come back here and grab my two other small mods that I just happen to have in the vape room, computer room, whatever. Here is the little eye stick, so I just wanted to show you comparison right there. But keep in mind, you're going to have a tank sitting on top of this. This, it's all inside. So there's a comparison. I also have a Clopper Mini. So again, I was talking about you would have the tank outside. So look at that, about the same size. Very similar. But the eGrip is like, it has more of a sculpted, rounded look there. Whereas this is very squarish. Very comfortable, ergonomics very nice. Let's go ahead and give it another vape now. Very, very good. Might have to get one more. Very, very good. Definitely a nice stealth vaping device. Highly recommended. You should definitely, you know, you don't need just all big mods. You want to be around, if you're going to be around people that are easily offended by these type of devices, this is probably the one you want to use around them. Like if you're at events in a stadium or in close quarters with other people, and if you just have to vape, I recommend something like this. So do I recommend it, even though I've just said I would recommend it a million times? Yes, I recommend it. Alright, so again, you can see all the notes below that I have, all the specs and information I put there, and I put prices, I put links, colors. This comes in black, silver, wood, chrome, camo. You could even buy skins. You could buy skins to protect your precious mod. You know, I'm the type of person that puts all my devices into condoms. Yes, my phone, my whatever. Let's go ahead and put our eGrip into a condom. That sounds so bad. Alright, let's see how it looks. There we go. Now it has a nice soft feel. There we go. Look at that. It has even a hole there for the air adjustment. They thought of everything. Nice silicone. Black. You can get these in all different colors. Really good. One more vape before we go. Great vape. Alright. Well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really appreciate you hanging in for the world's longest eGrip review. And I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.